I did not mean to disintegrate. Oops. Hello. Good job, me. So on the starts, we're going to do a quick tutorial. Stop it. Stop it. A quick tutorial. Showing off how to install specifically this stuff because it is a bit of a doozy if you've never tried to before. So we're going to do AI audio resampling with some things, but let's talk about how to get all that. So before you do that, before you do like any of the other things, you want to go get, because this is going to enable you to access files in get people's GitHubs and things like that. Hello to you too. Someone in the chat says hi. After you do that, you want to go and get this. This is the thing that I'm using on Windows. You can see here it says run NVIDIA GPU. I'm pretty sure the only way this works for the moment is with NVIDIA GPUs. So there's that. You can run it on CPUs, just a lot slower. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, you come here to get this. And then when you do that, that gets us real quick. Let me check something. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's the wrong one. Yep. That's why I wanted to check. That's the right one. Here we are. All right. So when you go and you get that whole thing. It's going to give you this business. And then this is the whole, like, just the whole element of what the thing is. And you click on this and then it turns on and then it runs the thing. And then inside there, you want to get this, the ComfyUI manager. Not inside there, from here. You get it from here. You get it and it says here, it says code. And it says has get the GitHubbing. Like, this is how this works. You get this, you copy the thing, and you go to where you want the thing in here once you've installed Git. And you go, in this case, to custom nodes. You can see it's already in there. But if it wasn't, you go in here and you go git pull and then the thing. You see it's already doing it. So oops, what did I just do? I just made a shortcut for no reason. Anyway, but that's how you do a git pull, and that's what, well, you get your ComfyUI manager in there. And then once you do that, you can use the manager to get the rest of the stuff that we're going to have to get later. After that, though, you come here to get stable audio open. So there is a stable audio 2. This is the stable audio 1. And you do have to get a Hugging Face account in order to get to this model. But then when you do, you can do the git pull thing, and then there it is. Neat. There's a couple of fine tunes and Royal City stuff. We've seen him before. You got the vocal stuff out now. It's pretty cool. Yep. So once you do that, that's what you'll have the model. Like when over here it has the model, that's that model. That's the thing that last step does. But in order to use the model, you have to get one more extra thing. And that's this T5 based thing, this load clip business. You go into here, go to add node, go to advanced, go to loaders, go to load clip. It needs a load clip. I really am unclear as to why, but you do. So, but then you actually have to have the thing that is the thing. And for that, you use the manager, which is really nice. Go to model manager and you see here, I've already found it. You go up to like the base and it tells you, here's all the various kinds of things that you can find things for inside ComfyUI, which is real handy. But confusingly, see here in base, we have T5 and we have T5 base. And we want T5 base in base, T5 base, base. Go figure, right? So you get that. You just hit the go button. There's just an install button. You do that from here. You do the refresh, and then you'll be able to load it inside the clip. And then you'll get to just use it the way we're looking at it here. And then you get to actually do the things we're going to do today, which is to just resample stuff with stable audio open for fun and profit. Well, mostly fun. Mostly fun. Yes. Okay, so that's from now on, from the rest of the time when people are asking how do we do how, whatever, they can just look at the beginning of the stream, and that is all the information I have about how to actually set the stuff up, as far as we are seeing it here today. Yes. How are y'all doing? How was your day today? Wednesday, as it were. I like me some Kepler. It's funny that they just put out the video for this on the ImageLine channel. No synergy there. I just like this plugin, and I'm just gonna use it today. I want to see where the chat is. Sorry, that's a me thing. There we go. Okay. Hello. Okay, I can see chat. Yay. Perfect timing. I'm building a PC with an NVIDIA card. That's awesome. I'm not really 100% sure, but I think that the how stable diffusion works is reliant on a particular NVIDIA architecture. But like I barely know more than how to say the words I just said on the topic. All right. So given that we have this plugin and given that we're doing the thing, I actually wanted to try something today. Last time I did drum and bass, but today let's do a little bit like a breakbeaty, funky thing. Slower drum and bass and such. Refreshing on this very hot day. It's actually quite chilly where I am, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. But, you know, we're going to pay for it with nuclear September. Let's see, okay, how fast? 124. So let's do a little jauntier biz than that, right? I'm not going to try super hard to get at a convention. Yeah. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this real basic like acid bass sound, and then I'm going to throw it into this AI and tell it to be other things and see how good it can do at being other things. In my recent experiments, good is a relative term, but it does a good job at doing something usable. Let's do like a sting of a different octave, I guess higher, yeah, and then let's do a weird crawl. That's gonna bust it up because usually I tell it a key, but that's gonna make it gonna say think twice, but it actually just thinks as many times as I tell it to. So swell. All right, so that we're gonna go all the way back up and do like a. What's up, Pixie? I see you. Guam, you say. Huh. Sound reminds you of Herbie Hancock? That's a thing for that to remind you of. Not bad, I suppose. All right, but let's do a little weirdy. Let's do a little weirdy because we're doing it with this. It's a weird thing for that to do, but I guess I sort of knew it would. Well, never mind. You guys go back. Just be a higher frequency thing. Why not? That's what I love about this VA stuff is the whole intermodulation of the actual pitch values business, as opposed to just phase-based stuff, because then that wacky business happens. All right, but that's gonna be that's just completely out of tune now. Let's go find out how out of tune. It's possible the hard sync fixed it, but I don't think it did. It didn't move very far. Oh damn, it is not that far off. That was like less than that was tiny amounts. Good job, hard sync. Really can't go lower than that, huh? All right, well, let's be a little more lively. It's like kind of cyberpunky on the higher registers. But like we're already kind of low. But it sounds so high. But we are slower. BPM. That does help with that, doesn't it? All right, that's gonna translate to something hilarious. All right, so now we're gonna kind of normalize this. Like this is being saturated, but be more saturated. More. Yep, and then I'm just gonna straight up Control RU into the AI folder. Okay, I guess a new folder for this. What's this whole? Oops, didn't mean to do that. One more time. That hopefully public domain thing is when I did some AI stem separation experiments. What is this? What was my BPM? 124. And what's today's? Come on. 120, 24, 9, 4, 24. Cool. 9, 4, 24. Bass. It's a 16-bit stereo. Cool. The biz has been Baz. Okay, and now we're doing this. All right. Go in here, go to load audio, go to AI, go to folder, go to the older folder. Boop. All right, so now it's in the thing, and I'm gonna do it. And I got this percentage, and this is pretty well just the basic thing. Okay, let's tell it to be a thing. So the idea is that basically we're just gonna describe what it's gonna sound like, and it's gonna do its best to make the thing sound like that based on how we tell it to do stuff. This is already what's it pretty close to. It's called like. Definitely stop. Let's see. I'm gonna tell it to be. Okay, let's go easy. Let's go tell it to be a cello. 124 BPM. Freaking goddamn. Okay, well we're in a key of D, but stuff. Let's see if it figures it out. Hall orchestra. Strings. Sure, fine. And now, okay. I gotta tell it not to do organs, because like regular octave-based processing, like regular patterns that appear as octaves, kind of sound organy pretty much all the time. So if you just tell it not to do that, it does a pretty good job, in my opinion. I guess I would like distortion. Let's go. Usually I tell it not to do distortion, but let's just go and see what happens. I'm gonna start in the most basic settings. There are some other settings that we're going to try, but I just want to see what this does. At full half and half, not just pow. All right, that's what this means. This would be like total replacement. It's not even giving a damn about what was in the original thing. And then it's kind of using the original thing. We got our command window, and it's going to tell us how fast it does. This is the first one I've done today, so that means it's going to load all the things. There it goes. It's doing it. Wow. Multiple iterations per second. And it is done. All right, so that didn't totally do the thing, did it? But it kind of did the thing. It kind of did it in a way that was somewhat describably like what I wanted. Let's go to the bass one from the bass. And it's gonna be in here. Well, I gotta. Now it's in there. I just wanted to compare this to the original because it doesn't seem like it was really that informed by the thing. Oh, is my voice is too quiet? Am I set this too loud? Damn. I mean, my meters are telling me my voice is right up there. Is that, but that's too loud because I can just, that's the thing I can change. Turn some stuff down. All right, let's see if that helps. Well, okay, that's just clipping. Good lord. I guess I gotta tell out the clip. So remember, that's what this was. I kind of see how that's kind of loud now. All right, so that was like a no on that. But all right, so the thing I was gonna try is this thing called Differential Diffusion, which I think that's what this stands for. I'm pretty sure that's what that stands for too. It's a little bit better at caring about what the original thing sounded like, which is important for the specific task. Dying in my face. All right. Thank you, Sako. Woo! It kind of did it. I kind of heard the notes in there. Let's see. I'm gonna put in clipping. Because it doesn't know that means like it doesn't have as much context as you might imagine for this sort of thing. I guess I'll put in distortion. And you know what? This one tends to take a second, but I guess this is actually just a real short sample, which is why it's going so fast. I wonder if it needs to be, because when is there like an 8-second recording of a cello? I feel like, oops, excuse me. These are the negative prompts. That's the positive prompts. Yeah, that's going on there. Hello, Chip Gaming. All right, here we go. So that's interesting. That time it kept the rhythm more reliably. It like, but at 50-50. All right, yeah. Let's see what too low sounds like. We can apparently burn. Wow. Okay, even at this tiny a sample, it's barely an iteration per second. Barely. This is a pretty hefty sampler, heavy lifter as it is, but it does a good job. You can kind of hear it. Okay, so I don't want to do more steps. I don't want to do more CFG either. I wonder if this plus is having an effect on the CFG configuration. So this just means how much it cares about like ambiently doing what the model just is, or doing what I tell it to do words based. And some of these, like this dude, for example, specifically specifies, so I guess maybe not because that's not specifying. So yeah, all right, whatever. Well, no, all right. So I guess more steps is what it would be like, but I don't want to do it with this guy. I don't want to do. Oh, maybe I do want to do it with this guy. Ancestral. All right, let's go back to half and half. See what happens. Ancestral means it cares a little more about the previous steps. I am trying to be back. It's true. I do need to try to be back. It's true. If you're curious about how to set all this stuff up, not that anyone's asked yet, but if they are, beginning of this stream, basically me going over how. It kind of did it. It kind of did it, and it cared more a little about the previous material. So let's try to lessen it a bit, because and that was pretty quick too. So I won't mind putting extra. Nope, it's the same speed. Okay, I was hallucinating. I hallucinated space and time. That's screwing it up right good. Just for kicks, because it's gonna take a second, and that would be kind of boring. So whilst doing that, let's make another sound. That's a good idea. We could do two things. Let's do. We just did a bass. Let's not do a bass. Let's do like a melodic thing. Melodic jazz. And you know what? To do that melodic jazz, I'm just gonna go straight up and grab myself one of my ridiculous patchers. Specifically, my X4. Where's my X4 at? Here we go. I'm gonna do a thing first. Something I discovered about this is that you have to come in here and like actually move phase around for the thing to have different phases of each other, and if you're relying on them having different phases from each other, then this is necessary. Don't worry too much about what's happening here. I already made better versions of what we're looking at, but I happen to really like this sound. This is why I'm coming back to this particular expression of it. Sorry for the. I made a button for this in the later versions, but they're a little more hardcore than what I want right now. Nope, still. Did I just do the same thing twice? Did I just do the same voice twice? Might have. Okay. Close enough. And then I have to substantiate these guys. Because despite loading this as a preset, it doesn't make the parameters what they are until you tell them to be what they are. And I would like these to be what they are because it made just the dopest, like, Nord lead sounding lead. Talk about that 80s sound, right? I love this thing. Oh yeah, me and the node based are like, that's what I am. That's what I am right there. So yeah, let's make a 124-ish kind of funk. We're in D. We are in D. Indeed. I still kind of think I did this by back. Like I didn't quite do this right because it shouldn't be that lopsided. It should be at least a little cohesive. But that's okay. I can kind of fake it. Okay, I guess, okay, let's go see if this is done. Wow, alright, so more steps was not the answer. I don't think this guy's the answer either, but let's try a higher, I haven't tried this, like a real go. Let's do that. 20 steps will be done pretty quick. Make a big ol'. Bam. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Progression wise, I'm just doing a thing. I mean, that sound is really forcing the 80s into my brain. So here I am, 145 on it, you know. But I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not going to care. Take a break beat. We're pretty slow right now, 124. So that's where. Now, like, do I want? Okay, let's do some chord math. So this is our doing that. Sure, but Nope, I fucked up this timing pretty hard. Should probably listen to this with a metronome. Yeah. What was the chop command? Shift C. I never remember what it is because I'm just coming here and doing it. I forget. Alt U, or I just forget because it's Alt U. Wow. Yeah, I guess one of these days I'd like it to figure out how to do a contiguous count time. I feel like I could do that, but what I want to do is like a. I definitely wasn't selecting you. Remember this one. Or not. It's not. All right. What did they change the auto legato? Control L. No, I just did that. Yeah. What? Fine. Control G. Oh, auto legato is already. It's already legato. All right. I got the words wrong. What I wanted was the glue, which is Control G. It's Control G. All right. So I want to see you come back here. Just gonna pick a mode. Close enough. All right. Go into the folder. Live there. Die there. Brass. I'm intentionally messing with myself doing that. Good. Why? Gotta do everything on hard mode. I swear. All right, let's not do cellos anymore. Let's do yelling bears. Yes, in the key of in a big old orchestra in a hall. Crashing. What? What are bears crashing into? What is bears crashing into, you guys? Crashing into percussion. Yeah, okay. Bears and cymbals having a fight. Bears and cymbals having a fight. This is not exactly like it's gonna try. It's gonna try. Crashing into trash cans. It's basically correct. It's basically what's that. Like actually, bears hitting a hollow tree kind of sounds like a thing that might happen. All right, but I was trying this bass once again. I'm gonna go on. Let's go full D and see if it what it does. I didn't actually see how fast that went. That's pretty quick. Jack be nimble. Jack be quick. Jackie, give me that goddamn candlestick. What? One more time. Gongs. Like, that's kind of what happened almost. I don't know what I expected either, but it wasn't that. Oh, cool. It's like auto chop vocals, but like, why? I honestly forget what the source material sounds like. It's that acid-based thing I made earlier. Like, oops, wrong button. I am using the bass sample. Right? Okay, right, yeah. Like, right, yeah, right, okay. So, 50-50 is kind of a lot, but it shouldn't be that much. Okay, all right. There's a little bit of the bears crashing into shit action in there. Okay, so some amount of what we're asking for is happening. And that's a little insane just that it did it that well. Do I want to try the brass? I don't know that I want to try that yet. Let's, so if I was able to do it that well, at 50, but like 70%, 75% was enough to completely mask the original input, which wasn't totally the point. That actually kind of sounds like a bear got loose in an orchestra's like percussion pit, but like was not aggro about it. It was just kind of like trolled around. Like, hi guys. Didgeridoo. 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 I haven't tried this one. Let's go back to. Let's try some. Well, actually, I haven't tried this. Let's try that. All right, 50-50. I don't know how long that's gonna take. That's kind of long. A little bit faster than the other guys, but. Hello, Falknia music. Falknia. Some words in together. Okay, let's go to the brass. The brass. Just because I have a suspicion of something. The suspicion is that it'll be a little bit better about higher frequency content. It's not that much of a suspicion. It is using the GPU to do stuff, that is for sure. As far as I'm aware, this can only be done with a GPU. Well, okay, you can have it run on the CPU. That's an option straight up in the you can just choose to do that. But I've done that at least on the image things, and it's like unbearably slow, even for things that should already be kind of slow. It's just stupid. So that's what went in. Okay, I didn't get the yelling bears. Let's try different stuff. Let's try clangly metal huge gong. I said bong, but let's do it. Huge gong marching band. What is it gonna do with that? Let's find out. 124 BPM. E minor. I guess there's not a lot of recording of bears. We gotta remember that we're using the sample base for this is freesound.org, so it's whatever is in there. It's a lot of stuff, but it's not all the stuff. I figured there'd be a lot of like nature recordings, you know, but maybe not bears. I guess should probably. If I typed in cats, I bet you'd do it. It kept the progression. It actually sounded like the thing. It didn't sound at all like I asked, I guess, but it gave me like the Nutcracker suite, like marching band. That's where I got that. Okay, all right. You know. Gang vocals. Is it gonna know what that is? Is it gonna know? Is it gonna know? I spend so much time just doing this. Like, this is one of the more fun things about this as an element, which is why I tried so hard to like get the one that could be done locally. Because I like the business model is that you pay per use kind of thing, or you get a subscription. I don't got that kind of time or money. That actually kind of did it right at the end there, which is cool. Like, it blended. It did actually sound. It also kept itself to the riff, which is not always a thing it does very well. Like, watch what happens when we go a little bit higher. Have I tried putting in a progression with just science? I've done stuff like that. What I've done is I've did a lot of like, I put drum loops in that were just fundamentals, like just the lowest kick in and the snares like fundamental tone and like the dumbassest like hi-hat, and then used that as like make a beat on this. And did it does a pretty good job. I gave it a BPM too, so I guess it's going to attempt a rhythmic element no matter what. So let's try not to give it a key or any of that. Like, let's do what Sako suggests. Something basic. Choir should actually do pretty good. Let's do actually. Okay, simple. Keeping it simple. Yeah, you know what? I mean, this has to be like the word cloud most searched for thing on freesound.org, so you know why not, right? Let's do 50-50. I want to see what it differentiates this. This is actually pretty close to the source material. This actually sounds like something that could sound like it, so. You know, okay, so like talk about someone in the chat just mentioned the results are very spectral, and like, yeah, I actually kind of like look at this thing as like the world's best granulizer. And I feel like using it as such is probably the best way to look at it. You know, if this is just for this model, which is already out of date. There's an online version that's just stable audio too that is so much better than this because it's made on their own modeled material and not rando stuff. Tends to put in drums in the thing. If you don't want to do drums, you gotta tell them not to do drums. If you want to try it, you can try out the stable audio too. It's online. Yeah, and the drum hits are. It's actually very, very good at drums. Like if anything is going to be good at it, it's probably the best at drum samples because that makes sense. What's the majority of what's on Freesound, right? Dog. Okay, hold on. Let's see how well. Let's see if that at all like stayed within the original like timing or key. Ha, ha. Not really, but like I would cut that up and have a fine field day with that sample. It followed it. It's like a person was just saying over that. Like I just told a person to sing over and they did. Okay. Right? Like trying not difficult. I went immediately for the space future shit, trying to make a sound, you know, trying to make it feel like it could make a sound out of something like crazy. But if I actually tell it to be instruments, I guess it's kind of good at it, huh? That was half and half too. It did a real good job sticking to it. Let's see if it even kind of remains true if I do even like 3/4. It's exponential and ancestral. I'm hoping that means it'll really care, but you know. And some shimmer is good. What I oh my god. If I had like 4 or 5 times the computer like power, and I do that, I mean that not just like the computers are that much better, but like if I had like 5 of them, I swear I could come up with a live real-time like accompaniment system that would blow people away. Like play a guitar and have like some stuff come out that doesn't just sound like stupid MIDI nonsense, but it sounds like this stuff because it's like from it. Oops. I went in there like it came in there, but nope. And immediately with the clipping. Okay. 75 was too much. Let's go to 55. That was a lot of 50-50. Like I wonder if I did more steps if That sounds like I'd put what I just did into Harmer and then played the same thing. Okay, so let's do 50-50 and 10 more steps. clipping is good in its, you know, intended use. It's funny. I have clipping. Well, this relies on. I have no idea what they did. How they ingested free sound, right? I have no idea. They just took the tags that were already there. They were pretty much boned, like, because none of the words are going to mean anything. But if they did any amount of like curating. See, that's awesome. That's like a 10% of like background layering that I would want on something to make it sound kind of dope, like without having to like bust out a whole extra. Like, you know, I made this chord, I made these notes, and like I know that what I'm going to do is just going to be this extra, right? So like, why not have like the extra button? That's what AI is. Extra button. What's up, Royal Cities? Yes, actually, the stuff you have sent, I love the fact. I love it. Thank you very much. It was incredibly helpful. Like, I have not begun to do any of it, but like I needed that. I needed exactly what you sent me, and I will be reading it a lot. That's kind of nuts that it kind of built in anticipation. That's nuts. It's not that much more. I guess I said the words out loud and I thought about it, and now I'm like, it's not that nuts. It's actually not nuts at all that I figured it out. Oh yeah, putting in a drum loop, make it sound like other drum loops. Believe me, man. Oh, it's so good. Have you not? Okay, hold on. I actually did a bunch of other stuff from before. Like let me just show you a basic example. I got this guy. Like it's just some drums and some white noise making sounds, right? And then all of these are various, like, these are all the various attempts I made. Some on a low pass version where it made the higher content, and some on a high pass version. So the low pass ones where it says drums, HP and LP. HP were the ones where it made the low end that you hear, and the LP are the ones that made the high end that you hear. Like, this is what it came. It did that, and it made this. Nuts. We're gonna do that today too. I'm gonna make a beat for this, and we're gonna just do that some more. Like, it's super cool. You know what? Let's just do that right now. Okay, I think I could put together, like, I'm starting to form a shape of what this, like a track out of this could be. But yes, do I want to go so hard as to actually make a thing, or do I just want to use a loop? Whatever, I guess I'll make it. Let's get it. Thick kick. And as for hats, you know, I did actually make hats, but I don't care. Like, I don't think I've ever cared about making hats. Just having hats. We got hats. And then here's a fun trick for doing the inter snares. Right? Oops. Well, I am gonna need that, but not right now. Okay, and also be in the center of the note you're playing. That'd be nice. I have no idea where it even kind of gets the guessing for like what the root notes are for this. Yeah. And this one. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. All right, I'm just gonna do this in here. I was gonna be all like, make different clips and stuff, but nah. Oh, come on. Select. Be selected. Be selected. Anyone else here like those one of those notes like not start properly on time even though they're perfectly written? Let's Control L y'all into here. And I'm gonna give it like just the dumbest assest, most assest, dumbest compression curvage. Oh, that's so dumb. But like, watch this become a beat like worth something. And you know what? I'm not even gonna write. I'm actually not going to write the changes or the fills because we're gonna make it do it. Send samples. I forgot. And then it's in here. We're gonna whole cloth it with. We might do as a high pass tricks, but we kind of don't have to. Like, all right, I kind of like that a lot. So let's just do this. Big full, or let's just do not full orchestra. Don't even try. Don't even. I'm not gonna say anything else. Be simple about it. Be simple. Come on. You can do it. I'm like that guy in Doc Hammond in Jurassic Park. You can do it. Hatch. You can do it. Weird murder machine. Coming to kill us all. How weird that it seemed to figure it out right at the end there, but like the rest of it was just kind of like screwed up. 5%, right? What's that gonna matter? Let's find out. And then load up the derms. The online version of this AI is just called Stable Audio 2. It's the Stability AI people. It really likes the fluting, but I guess it was pretty fluty, that original sample. All right, now we're doing drums. Let's do old school vinyl break beat. 124 BPM. Definitely need a BPM for this. 1970 70s funk. And then probably gonna have an amount of distortion. Let's try this. All right, and I'm gonna keep it in these particular settings. See how well. Do. AI's gonna come for your job too. And you know, you care a lot more about how much you care about a job than anyone coming for your job. You should live to live, not live to work. Work to live, not live to work. There it is. I got you. Swept. And I just want to compare that side by side to our hilarious sample. Because like that's just not at all what that sounded like, right? You know something? I keep forgetting, and I think that's screwing up some things I try. But look at it know. Look at it know where the ends of things are. It's pretty samey through the whole time, but it wasn't for like a second. And how they get it sort of knew that it was part of a phrase. Let's try that. And let's do a little bit more than 50%. Let's do a whole 60%. Yeah, I can't replace Seamless. Well, it and I are both going to try real hard on that one. It and I. I was like, oh, that'd be a good name for a company, but I literally couldn't just say it properly just now. That's about how good I am at making naming stuff normally. That sounds like legit funk. It actually sounds like legit, like terrible, like OG drum sampler, like a SP16 shit ass funk. Fresh. Like I got a Qbert on that. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe I want to go older. Maybe I want to tell it 60s. BT-ish sounds. Yeah, right. That like, oh man, Fast and the Furious. Fast and Furious. It is the stuff you get as sample floppy disk in the 90s. Ah. So remember, this is the absolute junk I put in there, which is basically nothing but a bunch of like Times signage posting as far as the beat is concerned. Let's see. The real fun is with people who can like beatbox, put like a beatbox and it comes out like the drums. As if a drummer heard it and was like, yeah, okay. Okay, I'll take the Fifth Element soundtrack any day. I didn't ask for it, but it certainly gave it to me, and it definitely wouldn't be coming from the 60s, but I guess it doesn't really know what years are. I guess old school it's a hip hop term, so that's why the focus on hip hop. I should have figured that out. Let's try this. PlayStation 1 beat. Yep, that absolute 90s hip hop. That's what that was. And I love it. I love the crap out of that. Okay, okay, artists. I have avoided attempting to invoke artists' names, but just like with like ChatGPT and regular Stable Diffusion, it does know things. Like I thought it was kind of funny with some of the models. Like if you told it like Zelda, it would be like you could very clearly tell that like you were just served up some like Zelda fan art, but it would never really get too close unless you like got a Laura to like get in that last percentage of realness. Oops, I didn't mean it. Whatever. Okay. I wonder if putting breakbeat together actually made it do the genre and not like the breakbeat of a track like I'm trying to get it to do. Oh, I think I know what to do. Jazzy. Drum kit. Drummer. Let's try that. Zelda Neuro. There's already Zelda dubstep, so why not? Okay, let's go back to the hump. Let's go back to humping it. I'm gonna keep that there. Let's try that. Do you think the AI is gonna know who Jojo Mayer is? What was the name of the drummer from Mahavishnu Orchestra? I just want to know the name of the drummer. Like, come on. I hope it's Jan Hammer. No, of course not. Yep, that's him. Cobham. Billy Cobham. Is it going to have any idea who the hell that is? What? Oh, I gotta see what that looks like on the grid compared to the original, because that's kind of out there. It's on a BPM. It's. Oh, so we got this. I guess that's kind of what it sounds like. Like when the drummer fucks up, but he does the same thing 5 times in a row, so now you know he didn't fuck up. What the hell? Like, maybe not the human. All right, let's do beta. I always get weird results with that. Harriman was a synth guy. Yo, I love Mahavishnu Orchestra. Genuinely. I like, if I were a good enough drummer, like with my body, I could probably play one word. I have that in my brain. I have every single beat and note of that song in my head because it rules so hard. 56% swing. Yeah, like swing all the way. I usually get better drums out of this when I try this sort of thing. I wonder if it's not very, because I compressed it, so that's not the problem. All right, you know what? No more funk and breakbeat. Obviously, the break is just gonna have to be drummers, right? So let's do jazz drummer. Billy Cobham. I'm doing it. I'm putting his name in there. What? Ride heavy. I did I'll show you a track I was sort of starting that inspired me to try to do this harder in a second. Phil's performative? No, that's not the word. Dynamic. That's the word. Drop one of the famous break names. That's a good idea. Well, what is it gonna? I practically did that already. I practically, basically on accident, did that already. Let's try it again though. Bursch snare. Good job. I love me some chat. Ooh, Indian instruments. We could do basically a lot of, like, all the instrumentation. That's actually a sick idea, is to put the same beat in there and have it come out with all the various, like, world types. Oh, and then layer them. That will really be really cool. I want to know what that's. Okay, all right. We'll know what I mean when I say that, though. Like, if I get real specific with the instruments, yeah, I believe that. But if I just type in Indian, won't have any clue what I mean. Thank you. I mean, a little more, but yes. Now it sounds like a drum. that's you know, good. That sounds like really good drums. It's just not the thing at all. Let's go at the half and half. Half and half. Beta really put that together. Right, okay, that's right. I need terms. Y'all come up with some terms like that. Like, bangra. Bangra? That's a sick word for percussion. It's that which you bang. The bangra. Like, you give me some prompts. Like, I'll just full on copy some stuff. Like, put them in here and see what happens. Except for more cowbell. That's not happening. Like, hold on. I'm gonna straight up copy Oh, it's Clarity backwards. Your name's Clarity backwards. That's I'm just gonna call you Clarity. All right, let's see what this did. Hey, it actually kind of did it. All right, so this time it was hamstrung by the material. I can absolutely hear that the ways that I didn't like this were because it was too much like the original. Like, so, but like it was absolutely like in the middle of it. Timpani, yeah. I just went back up to 55%. 60% wasn't that bad, but it wasn't like, it was like off. That's what happened. It was just like, it sounded like a drummer just kind of like, okay, you gave me latitude to kind of play what I want, so here's a bunch of strikes. In high school, we played a game. I don't know if any of you guys played this, but it's where you blindfold someone I think the blindfolding part is optional, but the idea is that someone's not looking at what you're doing, and they give you voice instructions to make a peanut butter sandwich, telling you things like, grab the fork, put it in the peanut butter, put the peanut butter on the bread. So then you turn around and it's like you see like the fork in the jar of peanut butter with like 2 slices of bread, all with the jar in the middle of it, crap like that. Like, it does that a lot too, like musical drum shit, which I like don't hate, but is not what I'm going for. We're going straight PP, CFG PP. For anyone, someone just asked, I just joined, what are you using here? If you check the very beginning of the stream, I actually went through a whole process where I go over exactly how you go from nothing to setting this up. But this is called ComfyUI, and it's using Stable Audio Open, which is Stable Diffusion for audio. That's what this is. What? It's like, I'm doing it. Okay, now I'm throwing it off. But I know the end of the sample is just like, there's just air there. So it literally was like, off a cliff. That's pretty good. I could, even if it doesn't make the beat a beat, I just put that in slice X and call it a day. Like, it didn't sound bad. All right, I'm putting in clarity backwards is word here. All right, Nordic shamanic tradition drumming. Style of Amen, brother. Funk with tabla. Let's do funk with tabla. Let's do that. What the hell? Here we go. I'm keeping it at 55. John Bonham. Yeah, that's another one. Another good drummer. Less prepositions. You right, like prompting is an art. But that's dope. Oh, that sounds like the beginning of like a new agey like spy thriller Netflix TV show. Like that sounds like a sting from the Umbrella Academy. Have you ever time traveled too far in the future and you can't get yourself back? I can't do that kid's voice. I'm gonna say this one. This is smooth as fuck. Like that'd be a dope sample to like sample into your sampled drum material. It's a weird statement for me to say. I don't know what the hell I mean by that. It was really good. It does feel like a YouTube ad just started. Car insurance. It could happen to you. Do another one. Because it's random, It's just a balancing act, but it's what's cool. What I like about this ability to locally generate and control it all is that you can control it this hard. Like it really flings it about. But that's dope. I'm gonna put that in fills and stuff. Like I'm just not gonna use this beat, but like. Sick AF. Saving that shit. I should probably label it as something better than this. At least the BPM. I'm depending on my own memory to remember that it's on 24 BPM. Okay, let's be a little dangerous. I have absolutely no idea what about the clip business. Like I don't even know why that stable audio requires like an extra clip step. And what's also weird is that like that stable audio came out around the same time that Stable Diffusion 3 came out, at the same time that Flux came out. And like I guess there was a whole lot of like dev curmudgery between all the bunches. But they required a clip too. Like then all the models that use them immediately integrated it, and then now they don't require a clip. So the only thing that requires clip, as far as I'm aware, is the audio. I fed a sample. This is the original input. And here's what's coming at. Well, too far. I went too far. Yes, you can run this yourself. This is not anything that I have done. I have the mention in the chat. At the beginning of this stream, the very first thing I did was a 0 to hero. I had to install all this stuff. Good old 57. Boom. Separate layer on the SD layer. I really don't know. Like I have some suspicions about how stable audio works, as insofar as like it's still just the image based diffusion stuff, because a lot of the image based diffusion stuff still works for it. Like if you go and you use that's some of the ways you can alter it. It can't be changed into an image without using some special steps. But that's something else about the manager. So when you go and you install the manager, some of the things you could do, because you can go get custom nodes, and if I just type in, there's just tools on tools on tools of tools, and some like it's just a lot of ways that you can interact with stuff. So it is not a barren location. It is kind of like Neuric drums trying to play like an Offspring beat. Type of prompt is not working. I think so. It's kind of doing it. It's kind of turning into a cowbell kind of situation. But come on, let's give me some prompts. I'll put another one in here. Let's see if this can get turned into, what the hell is that capoeira percussion called? And I'm just gonna type in cap. I don't know how to spell capoeira. Capoeira. It's gonna know. Holy shit, I was pretty close. Okay. Nothing else. Just tell it capoeira percussion. I mean, I wasn't gonna get that. The O and the A. Yeah, like, yeah, for real. I was hoping they'd have that weird string thing in there. What the hell's that weird string thing? Go away. Okay, hold on. That's what it is. Thank you, Google. Actually, did I really write? I really. It's weird when like I try to do a thing by doing the weirdest possible thing I can think of, and that ends up being like the actual answer. Feels weird, man. And you can hear it, this sliding string thing. That's kind of neat. I'm gonna add that into the world layers. World layer 1. All right, let's try. Okay, I like it. Someone mentioned beatboxing. Let's see. This is kind of funny because again, here's the input. Boop. Excuse me. Gun step. Oh, guns. There's got to be recordings of guns on free sound. Oh, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that next. Oh no. Could you imagine? Slide whistle. Did it just not do the thing? Did it just do the other one? That sounded like the last prompt. Oh, human beatbox. Oh, because it's doing the literal instrument. Okay, my bad. An angry Geodude. Oh, I love the prompting architecture. That actually kind of sounds like, it sounds like what beatboxing sounds like when it's distorted. Let's try human beatboxing. Sibilance that way. Pretty much, right? Like. Add some reverb and that's industrial. Yeah, you know, not. I can see like the most professional beatboxer ever sound like that. Like it's like, cause that's just like flawless. Like what's the guy's name that does all those like layers of the looping? Here, let's try a little higher, a little more. Let's see if it does. I didn't tell it what BPM to be. Like, so it's trying, I guess. Kind of like Beardy Man. He did drum and bass though, the guy I'm thinking about. Okay, so it's definitely beatboxing, but it's ignoring the beat, like, completely. Try to deed him. Deed him. Deed him to weed him. Stands for Differential Diffusion. And it's just, I don't totally know how that works, but it does. Especially on the image stuff. Like, the cohesion from element to element is insane. It won't look anything like the image you've done, but it'll be all, like, the same color and stuff, like, all the right ways. Implying that it absolutely knows. Huh. Huh. Okay, let's try to do the opposite though. Let me try to do really terrible beatboxing, and let's see if it gives me drums. You know what? I don't think I'll do that. I will, however. You know what? I'm gonna do something dumber and better. Dumber and better. How I like to live. All right. Where? Here we go. Making sounds with my face. Making sounds with my face. I'm gonna put this AI and see what it does from my face. Sounds from my face. I got hairier with that than I intended, but I don't care. That's gonna be amazing. I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna numalize it. I'm definitely not gonna normalize it or numalize it. There's Vox now. Not that I did it with any kind of BPM in mind, but whatever. This is here we go. All right. Not gonna turn into beatboxing. Not gonna turn into drums. What am I turning this into? I'm not gonna turn into human parts. That would be a little bit of a waste of time. I could just do that with my face. Let's drum and bass beat. Let's see what it even thinks, what it could possibly thinks it might think about what it knows about that. I'm not going to give it any negative. I guess actually I think it needs some negative. White noise. If I ever make a white noise plugin, but like, why would I do that? I hate white noise. If I ever do, that's what I'm calling it. Do I have to put audio in? No, I don't. It'll just create from nothing. There's a node in the latent for the audio. That's just the empty audio. 47 seconds is the maximum amount of time it can do. Like, Stable Audio 2 could do entire songs. It can whole cloth in a completed song. Stable Audio 1 can too, but it's just not that great and it can't do it for that long. But it can do chunks. It for sure could do chunks. All right, so that was too much. Let's do straight. Let's do not half. I want to still hear my voice in this mess. Add Danish as well. Watch I put this on the thing and it like lines up perfectly and it's like it's a perfect beat. My goddamn stupid whatever I was doing. It's not. I already know it's not. Making sounds. Making sounds with my face. Making sounds with my face. Come to put this AI and see what it does from my face. Sounds from my face. It's trying. Why aren't they using Stable Audio 2? Because right now it is online only. In fact, whilst doing that, let's go look at it. Let's go have a fun look at it. What? Can I actually get it? Guys. Okay. There's that. There's this. And here we are now. Oh, okay. So here's its interface for it. And here you can do the jazz. I've done stuff from it before. I think you can also add audio. Yeah, you can use audio as input. I have not tried to. Audio to audio, text to audio, but it is freaking good at this job. Oh wait, where's the freaking interface? Ah, Go do it. Oh my. Okay, well, you can sign up for it and it works. It does a really good job. I have a couple of things in here that's actually from it. Where is it? Here we go. So these are a bunch of things because you can only do a limited amount of uses per thing, right? So this was the prompt that I put in for this 1990 jungle drum and bass breakbeat drums only, and this is what it gave me. As you can see, it's not drums only, but it did everything else pretty freaking flawlessly. And here's the rest of that. But you know, I don't care. I don't actually care that there's other junk in there. You want to know why? Because we're in FL Studio, and that means I can do this. I am doing it to an entire track. I wonder how long that's going to take. Oh, that's going to take a second. Damn. All right, you know what? Let's suppress it. Wait for that. But the idea being that like it's not like the end of the world. That like it didn't really exactly do what I wanted it to do. Yeah, this is actually one I extracted from one of these. The one that says part 1 is me having taken the drums out of it. So, like, the Stable Audio 2 is way more interpretive, is way more, like, it knows what words are, and it knows what genres are for damn sure. And it's faster, it's better, it's just all around better, but it's not available to be used locally the way that I'm doing this. See what it does from my face. Sounds from my face. I'm having an unreasonable amount of fun with this. Oh, Danish has a lot of vowel sounds. Oh, smart. Using languages for the accental. That's a word, right? Yeah, if I turn denoise on all the way up, it would just do the thing. It would not. It would just. And it's doing another one of the same values. Random, but it's probably still going to sound like that. That was a weird. Oh, hey. It turned into a symbol just then. You know what? I want to see what drum and bass beat would happen. It's technically doing digital differential diffusion, which means it should still kind of care. But we know from having dipped past like 60% on some stuff and how it came out completely different that this is probably going to be utterly unrelated to the original material. But, you know, hey, cool. Hi from Audiolab. What's up, Audiolab? Give me a Windows version, Audiolab. Ah! Audiolab basically is a guy, Audiolab. People who do this, but in a plugin. That's all I need. That's all anyone needs. Good. See, I was afraid putting in drum and bass would make it put in bass if I wanted to say the drum and bass beat, but it didn't do it. It didn't do that, did it? Let's try that. Okay, well, so you know what? I'm glad that you're here right now, Senor and or Senorita Audiolab. Audiolab. It's really hard for me to say audio and not audio. Anyway. So what model are you using? Are you using Stable Audio Open? Is that what you're doing to do this? Because that's kind of neat. Or is it some kind of API connected stuff? I don't know how to do any of that. Nice. Stable Audio Open. Okay, you know, here let's invoke there's no way this is gonna work. I'm not trying super hard. Like I tried freaking Billy Cobham earlier, and I didn't even know that guy's name until I went and looked it up. So right now, okay, you know something? Let's try. Let's just do a couple of from total nothing generations, and let's see if it does. Nice. Have you guys experimented a lot with doing fine tunes for your stuff, or is it you letting it go like generic? Like, do you have any of your own models or any plans to allow local training from within the model, from within the VST, you know, that kind of stuff? Like that'd be something nice. Robot sampler, you know, robot sampler style. Nice, yeah. Is it dying? How long is it? Damn. Oh shit, we're into seconds per iteration now instead of iterations per second. I also sort of assumed. Oh, cool. So we don't need to use Git. We don't need to have Git. We can just put it. It is Git. It has Git. It Git. What in the ever living fuck? All right, but I'm not gonna. We're not gonna do that anymore. You're right. Let's try this. You know what? Not even that. Jungle. It just gets. That was like. What the hell was that? A Cypress Hill beat? Oh, it's right at the tip of my tongue. Who that beat is? It's definitely a West Coast from the early times. The early times. Crickets! It gave me crickets! Oh, it's a jungle. It's giving me a noisy jungle. You guys, it gave me a noisy jungle. Ah! Dying of this. Okay, no, I didn't know. What? Okay, let's try artists. I've attempted to give it neurofunk. It doesn't know what the fuck that is. It doesn't know. Like, let's just look. Let's just see. All right, 16 seconds of neurofunk. Let's see if it even can. It really could say crickets though. Yep. I wouldn't need to be doing this if I had Audio Labs plugin. Is sort of the joke there. Like I wouldn't need to be messing with like I mean I probably still would, mind you, but like I wouldn't need to. I could just be doing this from inside of Vel. You guys. See what I mean? See what I mean? All right. Let's do heavy. No. Hard bass is a specific genre, but let's do that. D&B. Neuro. What? No. Reese. It kind of knows what Reese spaces are. It knows what a Reese is in this context. Who's the biggest D&B artist? It probably. I bet you if it can't. I'll put it this way: if it can't do pendulum, it can't do anybody. Like if it doesn't know what pendulum is. Actually, I've tried that already. Someone's just adding my own name. I tried that last time. It doesn't know who I am at all. See, look at Beta Reese. What? That's pretty rad. That was kind of weird, but it was pretty rad. I didn't give it a BPM, so like, why would it know to do anything? All right, but yeah, let's try the If it doesn't know what this is, what is it? Is it okay? Bets, you guys. Is it gonna do the band, or is it gonna try to do like the audio equivalent of what a pendulum is? Like, here we go. here we go. So like talking about prompt shuffling, right? There's actually a lot of stuff you could do to like mess around with the way that the prompts get combined with text. So you can do things like get ChatGPT involved and have it do stuff like look at a piece of audio, have it ChatGPT out what it sounds like, what it is descriptively, and then you can get it in there. What though? Like there was, we're doing 100% denoise, so absolutely not giving it any clue. Huh. I don't think this is from Pendulum. Let's try that's real specific, right? Like maybe if I typed in like Rob Swire or because he was actually like Fortet. Massive Attack. That's a good one. We can try that. Burial. That'd be pretty impressive. Did it again. That's a pendulum. That's physically they're attempting like imagining a swinging chime situation. That's pretty much what it's basically. Okay, all right. Band names are out. Band names, album names, absolutely. So what we're talking about, jump up, drum and bass, right? Like, right? Andy C. You know, I'm pretty. If Pendulum didn't work, I wouldn't really think anything else would. But like Andy C is a pretty good contender for if that crap works, that should work. Taylor Swift. Got a little bit closer. That was an awful lot of work for it to freaking use Stable Diffusion to generate from thin air the default kick and clap sound from freaking FL Studio. Yeah, doesn't it sound familiar? It should sound familiar. It doesn't generate if it stays on the same. I guess it would have. Is it seriously keep? Does it really keep the what's the word? Entropy from here, and if I only change an amount, like a minor amount, like if I go like that, will it really? Well, once I do like a couple of these. It does understand BPM, right? Like it definitely knows that because I've compared it with even beats and not beats. Wow, though. Fuck. Yo. On guard, avant-garde. Holy shit. Ready. Get on that. It's out. Wow. So, all right. Then if I take that out and just do that again, is it actually going to do it faster? It's a little bit faster. Obviously, it averaged out. And it's slower. So like what right now using this particular model with like these things, what I'd be using this for is what I'm using it for right now. Like making parts of things, making little neat, unexpected samples that I just use and stuff. How freaking cool is that though? I wonder, is it gonna, do you think about that? I think about that. So from nothing, 20 steps should do it pretty good. Okay, well, so now, let's experiment with the other types. If we're gonna do full cloth creation like that. It definitely, not only that, but like it would take so goddamn long to do 47-second clips. Like that's how long the maximum amount. Like this is how long it's taking us to do 16-second clips. It gets, I guess it doesn't get exponentially worse now that I think about it. It gets exponentially worse for visual stuff because of the XY grid, but if it's just an X grid, it just gets linearly worse. Oh, that's sick. Oh! It's like Audica and Asa did a beat together. Oh, so it did stay. You heard it did the melodic stuff. Like it tried to keep the melodic stuff the way that it did. Oh, fuego. Fuego. Let's try to do. Let's just do it again. Yep. And then. Like once I figure out how training works, I'm gonna get a right ass to this thing. Like I'm gonna make it like an entire breakbeat model that's just for doing that, an entire like regular neuro-based thing that's just for like respaces. Okay. What else? Probably do it right. I don't know about this. These, I actually don't even know what that is or what it's for. These aren't going to apply. I've had strange luck with this. I'm not 100% sure what that sampler is even for. I actually think it has something to do with animation. I'm not really sure why it works. I think it does understand like drumming term, like musical drumming terms. Like there's a like if I ask it to do like I give it keys and it knows things. It knows things about music theory. Somehow, some freaking how. Goddamn right, I'm setting myself up for freaking. You stop saying good. Make the training app. I don't want to have to do that crap manually. I've already set up a thing to try and make auto generate. Okay, you know you want a killer app as hard as you can. Here's the next stage of the thing that you should do. Here we're doing this right. We're generating one sound. What we should do is have a thing that does this, but then it just generates it multi-sample style. So like it does the note, it does all the velocity layers, and it just does generation per note and layer. Like so that I don't have to have just a patch of a sound. I have like a whole thing out. So all, including if it's insane, including if it's nuts and doesn't work at all. Wow. All right. IPDM did not do us right. I'm gonna sit through a hoop, see what it does. So like I actually tried this experiment earlier. Is it gonna be in here? Where did I put it? Oh, it's gonna be in DirectW stuff. Yeah. So this is an AI. The AI piano I tried to generate. That is not good. But the idea there is you can see it has all the names and crap on it. It's just a script to generate, like to be like generate a piano sound at this note with like this feel, and it works just fine. It can still do it. It's neat. It just has to be put together into a file format that can be played in a sampler. And in my opinion, the best way that you're going to do that is if you get it to work with SFZ files, because DirectWave can import SFZ files, and that is 1000% easier than attempting to import directly into DirectWave. Just write it to an SFZ, which is just a Python script, and then you can import it or whatever you want. The rest of the samplers tend to work with it, so it's fine. Sound fun, primary format. I bring that up because like if you got your plugin working on it and you can get in there, you can just tell it to do that. You're pretty much already there. Do that, please. Ooh. GPT to code me a sampler VST. I'm pretty much, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about making a clap plugin pretty much just to do the thing when it's rapping. So y'all already there. That was technically 174 BPM. What's interesting is like, because it's usually pretty good at that. Some of the things I've tried before. Go back to SGM, but not this. Let's do straight Euler, but with the CFG upped. Clap plugins, because VST wants you to pay for it. Steinberg. It's doing F sharp, it's kind of staying there, right? Like, you know what? Not even that. Try that. What could it possibly think hardcore means? Like, oh no, is it gonna do hardstyle? It's gonna do hardstyle. Oh, you want me to put in? Okay. A note of deep human growl. So one time I made a growl bass. I put it in here and just said monster growls, and it really did it. It really did the job. Like, way better than any vocoder could if I had the right modulator. It's really sticking that F sharp. It's picking a Hertz value. Let's try that. Oh, here we go. Okay, 45 Hertz. That's what I wanted. Oops, this might be too many things, but let's see if it figures it out. Euler's law, Euler's law, Euler's law. I have not tried added instrument names. I wonder, right? Because like artists are copyrighted, but technically so are they, right? Like if I started trying to describe a guitar tone, like out of it, like if I would it know what a 5150 is? Well, it really wants to nail the bass portion of that, right? Right. Yeah, that's a good point. People uploaded cab IRs to AI impulse response generation. I wonder. So, well, we can just generate textual stuff all day long. Like, we can ask for a tornado and it'll give us one. Hello. Why? Like, it should know what a beat is at this point, right? Like, okay. All right, let's go to some sound effects though. Okay, but hold on. Before we do that, let's get my voice back involved, because this whole time we've been doing this over a sample of my voice. Making sounds with my face. Mouth harp distortion filter. So again, this crap is real basic. Like insofar as like audio diffusion, it's like the lowest end of like a demanding task for this process. And like if I get even like a little bit more hardware, eventually I'll be able to do this in real time. I'll be able to do this stuff in real time. Sample. Making sounds with my face. Making sounds with my face. But there's an AI it does for my face. Down from my face. You can hear, it's like ring modulating it. You can hear it do the Raga Twins track that Skrillex did with the voice. I don't remember the words. I don't know that I knew the words.
Yeah, we got down now. Thinking down, everybody what they started. It's all blackface, and what is the idea that does do the blackface? Down for my face.
That was awesome. That last bit. That's hilarious.
Down for my face. Yeah, we got down now.
The word is chuffed. I am chuffed. So how would you train a thing on BPM, right? Because you can give it clicks, but then how do you give it like anticipatory rhythm? Because you can give it clicks on a different stage, but does it know that that's time, or is there like a gradient trading that you got to give it? I didn't mean to do that. Wow, I'm endlessly entertained by this. But let's try something else. Let's try monsters. Roars. Avalanche. Am I spelling avalanche right? It doesn't do the spell check in here for some reason. Lasers. Period. Lasers, period. When you've gone past lasers, you've gone too far. Oh yeah, gunshots. Actually, you know what? Just straight up. I want to see what it does. Add Skrillex, like it's like ground pepper. Would you like a little bit of fresh ground Skrillex on your bits? Okay, right. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-dow. I just recorded it killing me. That's just what it sounded like. What? That sounded like MIDI keyboard piano gunshots, like the general MIDI sound gunshot. All right, let's try. I didn't spell Battlefield right. Bad. You got me. I make jokes about models knowing things. The models definitely don't know things. It's designed on a body of human work that tried to know things, like when people labeled their stuff with particular words, you know what I mean? So we're really banking on whether or not they knew what they were doing when they wrote it down. What was any of that? Why does this sound like a megaphone, man? What is war sounds like? What like field recordings, like journalistic field recordings? Like, this is what I mean. Like, what? Who uploaded what with these tags? Yeah, like it. Like, this is why I'm like Really, like it sounds like World War II, like black and white. Someone's and then loud bombs explosion at the end. That's it being quiet was kind of a dick move, but it's not like it knew that. You know what? I was gonna type in normalized, but that's not gonna know. I knew better. Oh yeah, look for like we just solved the video game sound effect generation right here. There's officially no excuse. There's officially no excuse at all. Oh yeah, my God, can you imagine making a model specifically for guns? Like there's a diffusion model out there for Doom, the game. Doom. It frame by frame diffuses what Doom would be if you gave it the inputs it has, and the inputs control the diffusion. It just knows what it is because it's Doom. That's crazy. But like, imagine like a 9mm diffusion that just like pays attention to the parameters of what a gun is and just and perfectly creates the sounds from it. Like, come on. It's combat footage. It's combat. That's what it's doing. It's turning my voice into combat footage. Making sounds. Making sounds with my face. Making sounds. That's straight up GoPro footage recording of gunshot war. Oh, that's creepy. That creeped me out. That made me feel bad. Like, come on. Whoa. Wow. Okay, let's maybe not do that. Let's do waves, water, splashing, crashing, waves, ocean. Try that. I am throwing weird stuff at it. That is what I'm doing. I want to see the like. I'm becoming informed by how it's working based on the weird stuff. Theoretically, okay. Well, I'm in a Discord that technically I started, but I really wouldn't call it my Discord. This is gonna make it. This is like Sim speak. Imagine not having to write Sim speak. Like that's not words anymore. It kept the cadence and the tone, but nothing else. At 50-50, that really. All right, let's go a little harder. Name of the beast. Simlish. Yeah, so another reason why I was really wanting to get the multi-sample thing working is that this does not do riffs very well. Like, if it does the job to make the sound what you want, chances are it changed so much of it that it also ruined whatever riff you gave it. So that means that, like, the best, like, riffable, playable versions of AI-generated material is going to be note-by-note generation. Like, articulation by articulation generation. That was also GoPro footage. Like, did you hear that? Like it's like recording behind the thing, like someone's phone. So what there's not is a lot of like perfectly professional recording of all water, all environments, just played and plastered down on freesound.org. But like, imagine if you did have that. Imagine if you had that material you put into a model and you just had the water model. Okay, so what things on freesound.org would actually be that are actually the thing they are and not like a weird tertiary adjacency that's just going to sound like the thing that is? I definitely can't do voices. They can't do voices the way older stable diffusion models can't do text. Like the newest ones can, and I wonder if Stable Audio 2 can do vocals. I have not tried. Like, it's going to be a lot of synthetic stuff, instrumentation. Okay, let's try some more basic instrumentation. Like, let's try string quartet, action piece, dynamic performance. Yeah, let's see what it does. All right, I'm interested. I'll do full bar. Don't gotta hear my voice on that one. A robot getting beat up. It does not need audio input. I'm just using audio because honestly, that's what I think is the most fun thing to be doing with it right now. But it could do whole cloth, full loss generate. That's what this is basically doing. But you also can do the whole load audio thing without any regular audio at all. You just tell how long you want it to be. Maximum of 47 seconds. I guess you can make it go longer than that, but that doesn't matter because 47 seconds is absolutely the maximum it can do. See, now this is where these terms would actually come into play. I'm trying to get it to do like Mad Max stuff. Yeah, okay, you know what? Like, this seems like it's quick and all because we're doing it like, you know, with a conversational timing. But like, if I had like a modern GPU, it would be over. It would take longer for me to notice it was finished than it would be for it to do it. So that's just one. See what I mean? It didn't really do riffs. That was one long articulation, which was kind of nice. If I had that on all the notes with all the velocity layers and a couple of round robins, that'd be sick as hell, wouldn't it? Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's try this. Right now, I'm rocking a GTX 1660 Super, which is from the 2X generation, which I don't think had RTX at the time. I think they had tensor cores for the first time, and they were using it to do different stuff back then. You were right about that. So that's like Resident Evil style. It's kind of nice. Let's do low end. See, I would type in Hans Zimmer if it could do artist's work, right? If I do less, it'll utilize my voice. That's what we're doing it right now. But you know something? Maybe we can get to use my voice without doing that, right? Let's try this ancestral shit again. Cinematic. That's a good. It's kind of what action piece. That's sort of what I wanted with that. You know, it kind of sounded like a video game combat music. That's probably what it. That's probably what it thought. Action piece. It is ridiculously fast for doing it on this card. Images take like a long time, even on like incredibly low resolution. I overnight stuff if I want to like see an actual like good piece of thing. But like this is not bad. Yeah, Zimmer's a hack. They're all hacks. John Williams is the hack. He did the same thing. He was just old world Zimmer. Like that's all those like big Hollywood people are like that. But it's fun. They end up making the stuff. They end up being the ones that are there, and their names end up being on it. So, for the sake of it's only burning. I don't think I'm pushing the video card that hard. Like to the other room. I shouldn't smell it at all. What time is it? It's early. Let's get rid of this Mercado action piece stuff. You know, let's get rid of that. Let's see if cinematic does not have a living. Sonata. Well, that's because I'm messing around with the recommended way to use this is to use these settings, the Euler and simple. Put Allegro in there. Try that. You know, that's why it was called that. That's why that one piece, that one East-West demo song. Put all of East-West demo songs into a model. Never need to do the Dark Knight soundtrack ever again. That was like some Dune shit. That was some like, let's hear that in the desert. So like, you hear all that noise in there, the granularity of that instrument, and that like it fully dissolves it into the real correct sounding thing. Even when it's wrong, it still sounds way better than it would if I had tried to synthesize that. That's why I am obsessed with getting this to work well. How would it do generating atonal stuff? I think if I just tell it to do atonal, it'll do it. All right, now we're doing Allegro agitato. Let's see what it does. I think 16 seconds might not be long enough for it to resolve like the things we're telling it to. All right, you know, all right. So okay, that's something else. Like how many pristine full orchestra recordings are there like on Freesound, you know, that aren't either like someone's East-West recordings or like a terrible college recording? Yeah, right. Even the expensive ones have the flutando, but they're flutinata or whatever they call it. And they're not even that good. All right, what's the music theory word for loud? Power mezzoforte, that's the one. I should have known that. Like this is definitely a vibe machine. Honestly, if you give it, if you want vibes out of it, like, you know, here's the thing, but vibes, it's pretty awesome at that so far in my experience of it. For like, you know, this came out in July. It's not been around very long. I didn't tell it to do just strings, but it is doing it. It's doing just strings. So it's also doing the stable diffusion thing where like you can clearly tell that it's wrong, but like any second that you look at it, like you try and be like, okay, what exactly about what audio is happening right now is wrong? You actually can't tell what because it's not wrong. It's like every little quadrant of it is perfect. Like the air, it's like blended to too many synths. It was too many like strings. They were all blending in the wrong way, but like they were all doing it right. It sounded like the thing. Solo and orchestra thing. That's a good point. Try doing the solo. It's like it's trying to do the Marvel thing, but again, only strings. It does still make sense though with the Freesound angle. There wouldn't be a lot of examples of much else. Are there going to be examples of opera singing? Let's find out. Not even close. Not even kind of close. What's happening? Why are we getting so far from... What do I do? Guy could try... No. It could try you. I haven't tried that yet. It's true. I haven't tried to increase the CFG, as they mentioned in the chat. I guess I mean, what do I got to lose, right? Let's try double. Narcoleptic of the opera. As far like, I don't know what is insane and is not insane for CFG values, because like for all like the LCM based like and the flux, like the CFG is 1, and then for this like 4 is low, but what like you know, I think double might be not be double. I think it might be nonlinear, but at this point, I want to see what it does when it thinks it's doing it. Let's try that. Let's try that one, yeah. Oh, it's gotta be funny. Woo! Right? For sure, no. And something else that happens when the CFG gets high is that the negatives start coming up positive. They start going on a little too hard. Yeah, I haven't tried cars. Like CFG is like, how hard does it care about the words? And this is real hard, is what it's doing. It's frying it. We are deep frying it. Wow, that kept that one together. All right, I like you. Let's give it some more steps. Charlie Day all of a sudden. Mersbo. It does have a kind of 20s vibe to it, doesn't it? Oh my god. I got you. Strange. It's not doing the opera singer. You know something? I just want to see it. It's not doing the singer. I'll be impressed if it does literally anything. Yeah, like what opera is there on Freesound? Phone opera. All right, opposite. Opposite. Okay, that's a good idea. What? Like, do I just want to go straight up like male tenor? Like, I actually just realized I don't know a single female opera singer's name. Yeah, that's the one, the guy I was thinking of. Is that actually how you spell it? I hope so. Let's find out. It's giving us the organ thing again. Organ. Well, now it's just making an opera singer. Like it's we're doing whole D noise, so it's just doing what it's doing. For people who are catching this now, or perhaps later, I just want to remind everybody that the beginning of the stream features a tutorial about setting all this up so you can do it yourself. Pavarotti was the thing. It did it. It knows. It knows some artist names. Oh my god. It really just gave him a laugh. It really made him laugh at the end. Wow. Okay. So it did just give us a big old note of Pavarotti. Like imagine he's on that podium, he's about to do Ave Maria, but he's just like he's about to go Super Saiyan. I'm saving that. Jeez. Type. Big old stroke. Goku opera. That's what that was. The beginning of Linkin Park's Paper Cut. That's someone singing a high note that's so high that we can't hear the note. We can only hear the noise in their throat. I'm into the tenning now. You think we're too low in the CFG? That's probably a good point. Let's go. That's yeah. You know, we got pretty good results out of the other one for that low. Now that I think about it, probably why it was just acceleration, death metal opera. You know, that's something that I think the Stable Audio 2 could probably actually do. All right. What? Like, what's the kind of opera? Like, is there a type? Is this like what? Recital? Like, what's the that's the word. That's what I wanted. One lone recorder now. It's like, here comes the whole performance. It does have that, like, one of those goofy cartoons aspects to it, doesn't it? Oh, shit. Got kind of Gregorian there for a second, but you know what? It did it. It actually did it. Oh, shit. I'm going to do that again. That's a good. I wonder. Someone said 1930s horror, and I just watched through the TV show Preacher again. Love that show, and what I really love is the score they give Hell when they show off the Saint of Killers for the first time, when they introduce that guy and he's walking around, and it's just that like old ass like 20s black and white film like brass sting with some like electro garble on it, and it's dope. I made no change. So really, random is not kidding. Like, wow, there are some options in there. It's true. If I kept the seed, it's fine. Like that's neat. But like it should still be in the neighborhood, right? Like hell yeah. Dope. All right, I mean, one more of these, and I'm gonna try some extra stuff. Let's try what? Like, oh, let's go. I don't know, keys and stuff. B flat minor melodic. I don't know how fast waltzes are. Vaguely Gaelic. Oh, there's probably a crap load of that like Renaissance fair stuff in there. That's for sure. Like it was a really smart idea to do this first version on a large enough sample set like freesound.org. Like it was definitely the right call. But the potential for this with accurate training data is obscene. Holy shit, guitars. I haven't tried LMS yet. It's not for none of this is for this, so I guess why not, right? Ars Nova. Aria is doing a lot of heavy lifting, isn't it? Maybe if I said lead, like lead solo, would it know? That's kind of nuts. It just generated that riff from nothing. Like, I didn't tell it to do shit. Ah! Good day. People in chat saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. These things are good. It's true. I was going to try to bring our CFG back to base. I don't know about LMS. I don't want. I dare not try those guys. You know, I haven't. But why would this work? Now that I think about it, why would this work? Let me. Let's try this again. I was with my face. I'm going to put this AI and see. Let's actually try that. Here it comes. Oh, you want to talk about making stable diffusion is going to make horror movies worse than anyone could ever, because horror movies are all about making you think things aren't things that they are. So like, you know, that garbage sculpture thing, how about like you get the right angle and the thing makes the thing, like that's really hard to do on purpose in real life. But now we have AI, they can just do that because they wanted to. It can make anything look like anything, like, and it's gonna be freaky.
The banking by the banking by the walking is on. Well, I don't want this. To the this, I'm gonna say it, and it doesn't do about this. I'll still buy it.
Well, that's definitely somebody's nightmare. Oh yeah, like, and it's always like the hallucinating thing is really good horror when it was done right, but it's very seldomly ever done right because like you're just not gonna how often, how many things you have to get right to do it. It's basically not tenable. It's not right to be putting that kind of work on people. But now we have this, we'll just do it. Like that saxophone just morphed into a violin. And back to a saxophone. Oh, wow. All right. I'm going to wrap up today's stream, but before we do, I'm going to go to this other project that I was working on just to show how something a little bit further can go. At least I think that's what this one is. It might be the other one with Kepler in it. It had that read vibe. Here we go. So here was, yeah. So this is the thing. Oh, this is the big one. Okay, so this is one where I tried to feed in an entire melodic stack at once. So this guy. So that's mine. I made that, and then I put it, and I got these. These are the good ones. You see, there are very large numbers because I tried a lot. Like, I'm just going to use that as chopped up fills for the other stuff. It's awesome. This is what I mean by I think like the world's best granulizer. It's kind of the truth, and it's also about as usable. It's just immediately the right background material if you're just using it and generating it on the material that you made it with. It's basically cheating. It's already cheating, you know, doing it full gen, but like you don't have to go full gen. You could just be doing it on your own stuff, and it feels like cheating. But that wasn't even the one I wanted to show you. This project, I guess it's this one. Is it this one? Nope, it's that one. Right, so I made this bass, and then I made a bunch of resamples of that bass, and then like here's that bass is like I'm treating it like an instrument performance. This is how I do guitar stuff. I record, I take the snippets that sound good. Like, come on. So this sound. This was the sound without the drums, but. Like, yeah, that's the sound, and like it's just some notes, and then it comes out, and this is the first step. I cut it up because they added this. Do-wop, 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 bow, ends up turning into this. Oh. A lot of these I don't really like the endings. Like that. Wow, right? This is what this one sounded like. Oh, that's such good fill material. Like, make the real thing, and then here's all the extra bits. You want to talk about Dune sounding thing? Ooh! The same input. All of this was just that one bass line. I didn't make a different one. love how well it adheres to the rhythm, especially. Because, like, that's the important part about, like, a neuro-based funk line, yeah, drum line, bass line, Jesus, is, like, it's gotta have, if it moves, it has to move the way. And I mean, we all saw how it got kind of off the rails today, so like this isn't that surprising. I don't know where it was getting that. Like I found a progression in there. So I guess there would be a shitload of actually really good like bassline recordings up on Freesound, you know what I mean? So this is something that I probably shouldn't be so surprised about. But like I can't pause it from here. But like Stable Diffusion is really, really good at making sub bass. And at first I'm thinking like, wow, why actually that feels weird that that's the case, but it actually makes pretty good sense because it can't fuck up. It literally only knows how to do it right. And if you tell it to be the thing, it'll do it. And you give it a frequency, you give it a range, it just won't go out there. It's basically additive in the way that it's generative, right? So that you end up getting some tasty low end that like, this all sounds like fun distorted filters and stuff, right? Like I could be doing it all day, but it's not going to come out sounding like flawless like that. Not without work. So I got this guy, right? So here's just like a sound with some reverb or whatever. And I wanted to see what would happen if I put that and try to make the melodic on top half on top of this stuff. Oh, my favorite is this one. So here's again the original. In particular, listen to how this sounds. Like the most normal filter pluck of all time. And then here's what came out of it. So this right here is the dream to me. Like you can see the cutoff come down and do it. You can see like the dynamics follow it. And it's timed right, and it is the instrument, but it just blossoms something else around it that relevantly sounds like what it is. We're talking about the horror concept earlier. This is it. We're telling it to hallucinate on purpose. Hallucinate a different, real but relevant thing, and it works. Wild. Yes. Yeah, clubs are going to be weird as fuck. Music is about to be weird as hell. Like it just has to be your imagination to get you down a path to try a thing. And then who knows if you're going to get the thing you ask for, but you're going to get something you would not have gotten otherwise. And that's going to be a lot of stuff. Anyway, I hope you have fun today, you guys. Thanks for hanging around. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. How did I do this? If you look to the very beginning of the stream, you'll find a tutorial about how I installed all of this stuff, which is how I did this. This is ComfyUI. Got to go download Git. Then you got to go download ComfyUI. Then you got to download the ComfyUI Manager. Then you got to download Stable Audio Open, which is right here, which requires that you make an account for this website called Hugging Face, which is like a GitHub type repository for this sort of thing. And then got to come in here. And the last thing you need is you got to get this thing, this T5 base thing, because otherwise it just won't do what it's doing. And you do that after you've already done all this installation with the manager, because you installed it. And you go in here, you go to, not in here, I lied. You go in here, Model Manager, and you go to Base, You scroll until you find T5, and you want T5 bass, not T5 in bass, but bass T5 bass. And then you hit the install button right there. And then you want to get this clip. The only reason why I'm going over this thing is because this is the least obvious thing. You have to go into advanced, loaders, load clip. And then in here, tell it to be stable audio, tell it to be the right T5 bass, and then you're good. And then everything else you see here will work the way that you saw it work here today. Alrighty then. I'm gonna leave. See you guys later. Peace. Once it tells me